Morning folks. It's turned out glorious all of a sudden. In case you hadn't guessed, I've arrived at Avebury car park. I'm going to walk around the stone circle and have another explore. I was last here probably 8 years ago in a car, not in a van. In front of me there's a place for coaches and there are two there, a bit higgledy-piggledy, so I didn't want to park in there. It says it's for large vehicles, so I've just come on the side here. I probably could have parked down the side, but I didn't want to get in anyone's way, so that one is just leaving. It's quite handy. About 50 school kids just got into that, and I'm sort of out the way here. I think it'll do. It's midweek, it's Wednesday. What is it, 5th of March? So pay to park through the meter, or if you're a member you just show your card and you get a free ticket. It's been foggy this morning, but we're a bit higher up here, so it cleared just about as I arrived. And I'm going to go and find the stone circle, maybe look around the museum. The house is not open at the moment. I thought to myself, oh, walking around the stone circle with all the mist, that'd be quite spooky. And anyway, it's gone now, so I can't do that. But yeah, you've got a little walk from the car park, past some playing fields, and then I think you start on the stone circle walk, which I think I'm going to do that first and then go and see what's in the middle by the museum. First view of it all just there. I'm just going to walk down the path into the village and then I'm going to head off that way. There are quite a few smart houses in the village. There's a pub up the end there. Very big houses here. Cottages just here. And this is the main street running east-west. Stone number 1. Well, I don't know if it is. It's the first stone you come to when you get into the pathway. Definitely had some bits fallen off it, or knocked off it, or glued back on again. So Avebury is a henge. So we've got a massive bank and a ditch, and then we've got the large stone circle inside the ditch. This is this one, and I was just reading a sign saying there were 2 smaller stone circles inside the large one, but they've disappeared. It's believed to have started 4,500 years ago. And a lot of the stones had fallen over time, and in the 1930s it said quite a few of them were re-erected, and I presume these little posts depict where there were stones. I mean, you wonder how some of them are standing. The size of that. Yeah, strangest looking things, some of them. And of course, what do we do in the modern day and age? We build a road through the middle of the stone circle. This is the road from Devizes to Swindon, I think it is. I think it's an A road. The stone circle is free to walk around. You just pay for the parking. If you want to go into the museum, there's a charge to go into the museum. If you want to go into Avebury Manor when it's open, there's a charge for that. If you're a National Trust member, of course all this is free. So that's the first bit done. Just walked up there, Sun is bright now. This is the main road going through the stone circle of the village, and then that's the east-west houses of the village. So I'm going to have to cross over the road, look at the other side. There is a walkway up there to the bank. I'm not sure if that's closed off. That might be give me good viewpoints. This may be one of the stone circles. This video isn't going well. This may be one of the smaller stone circles inside the large one. I'll get into that field, have a look. Again, modern posts where the old stones were. Does that look like a horse's head? Or rabbit, minus the ears. You see the funniest things? Or is it just in my head? Yeah, we've got a couple of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 huge stones here. Posts where other stones should be. And then modern posts and some smaller stones. So maybe this is one of the smaller inner circles. 2 massive ones at the top end, more like a gateway. I mean, this is south. Maybe it's a gateway. Don't know. That's what it reminds me of. Well, I've made it up the steps. It is so muddy underfoot. Going back to the campsite at Devizes, the grass pitches were all shut. I mean, it's just a minefield, boggy. I've made it up this hill, so you can see the first section that I've walked through. Looking again northish to the village, and there are more stones dotted around. This is the avenue. Again, a little modern concrete post defining where there were larger ones. You can see some larger ones on the horizon just there, and then that heads down towards Silbury Hill. Unfortunately I can't see it, it's over that brow. I might well walk up there, but I might stop in at Silbury and West Kennet Longbarrow. Might as well do the full house while I'm here. And you can see the bank and the ditch, and there are more stones across over there. So I'm going to have a wander around this way. Difficult to see with a slight haze, but there is a track right in the middle of the screen, and this is a continuation of the east-west road going through the village, and it heads up onto the hill there, and just over the other side is what they call Fifield Down, and there are a whole heap of grey mares or sarsen stones, and Fifield Down and the woods near Marlborough what they believe is where the sarsen stones from Stonehenge came, and they've all been deposited from the glacial ages onto this valley over the hill there. Fascinating place. There's a polishing stone. I've seen a polishing stone where Stone Age people sharpened their flint axes. Incredible places to walk around. It's about 11 o'clock now. I mean, it's not early, but I've only seen these two people approaching on the walk around. Perhaps people go straight to the coffee shop, I don't know. It is only 4 degrees, but it's going to warm up again. Not a bad view, is it? Love it. Road trip adventures. I keep stopping to look at the views. The mist is clearing. It's just great. Just love being out in Wiltshire. We're in Wiltshire, of course. Coming up to the end of this bank, and there's a massive tree there, and it seems to have a lot of ribbons, gosh, all the way around. people get ribbons up there. Not sure if you can see all this. Stiff doesn't look. I can see a bit on the screen. Look at it. Let's look at them all. The ribbon tree, or actually 4 trees. There's a gate at the bottom of these steps, and there are more stones in this field. Big ones by the looks of it. That's a whopper, the entrance to this field. I would suggest it's fallen down. I would have liked to have gone on that bank around the edge, but that's closed off. Erosion control. You can't go on it. We've got one standing on its own just here. Again, the weirdest shapes. I presume as well there were stones going around the ditch. This one is right in the middle of this field, but where that bank is, there's a ditch, and the first stone was that I came across in this field. They did say a lot are missing, but they're randomly placed in this field at the moment. We've got the pub there on the corner, the Red Lion, on the corner of the main road, and then these 2 whoppers again, to me, represents a gateway. Let's look at it from the other side. Main road going off to Swindon there. Some sort of estate barriers. See if we can have a look at that. And then you got this one, well, got a few along here, right on the edge of the road. I'm just about to enter the final quadrant of this stone circle. Again, lots of modern posts depicting where the original stones were. And then these buildings are all the National Trust. Coffee shops, offices, museum. Avebury Manor is behind it somewhere, so I'm going to have a mooch around there after. I want to give you an idea of how big this stone is. Just bear with me. Pretty big. I'm about 6'2". I've got my high heels on today, walking boots otherwise known as, so you can get an idea. I don't know, I haven't seen it back yet, but 6 meters tall, something like that. 5 meters. Madness. How do they move it, for goodness sake? This is through to the old farmyard, where we have the shop on the left. Don't need anything from there. I might have a look in though later. A wildlife pond. Oh yes, there's a dovecot just to the left in front of Avebury Manor House. We've got the museum over there. and cafe. And that's where I'm going. That is floods. That's Avebury Manor underwater. That's why it's not open. About a year ago. But the gardens are open now. So I've got a ticket. I'm going to walk around the gardens. See what they look like. And where you get a ticket for the manor or the gardens is this barn. Look at the size of it. It's massive. At the end of it is the museum, I believe. I'm not going in there today. But this is huge. I don't know anything about it. Crikey. I read a sign and it says 1690 that barn was built. Blimey. I can't even work out how many. 330 years ago. It's quite cute. Wow. Oh, the bells. I'm not going to count them all. Incredible. Right, this is part of the... Oh no, that's the museum. Oh, how wrong I was. So this is Alexander Keeler Museum. But we're not going to go in there. We're going to go this way. Avebury Manor Garden. And you can't go in Avebury Manor. That's what it looks like from the outside. There was a Channel 4 documentary quite a few years ago now. You could probably find it on YouTube if you want to look inside. YouTube, eh? You can find anything there. Obviously wrong time of year for plants and flowers and whatnot. But at least they're looking after it while they're working on the manor house. An orchard type area. Some digging going on there. gardens are looking pretty good compared to those flooded pictures from earlier. But the house, they said they need to get the damp all out of it before they can work on painting and plastering and all the rest of it. But they'll get to that. December, did I say that already? December 25, the house will be open again. But I don't think I've been in these gardens before, so that was nice to have a walk around there. Right, take care you lot. Summer's almost here. I will catch you soon. Bye for now.